Oi, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the brand new PTB featuring the newest killer, who their name is quite unique. They are called the Skull Merchant. So we're going to dive into what their perks are and what their abilities are here. Really cool design, and it's a female survivor with shoes on, so, or female presenting at least. So, but let's take a quick look here into their abilities. So, if we look here, the Skull Merchant starts the trial with 4 drones. Pressing the power button places a drone, which enters active mode after a short boot up period. So you place it down. In this mode, the drone creates a detection zone around itself. Within it, the killer is undetectable. Oh, and survivors gain lock-on progress. The drone reverts to scouting mode when no survivors are detected for a while. In scouting mode, the drone begins a sweeping scan, and if it finds a survivor, it re-enters active mode. Survivors can interact with the drone to disable it. If they fail, it enters active mode. If they succeed, it returns to the killer, but the survivor is stuck with a claw trap. So there's a lot going on here. A claw trap broadcasts the survivor's location to the killer until its battery dies. If they get too close to a drone, it enters active mode and the claw trap's battery is recharged. The killer can press the ability button to open a radar to see the locations of survivors with claw traps and those in a detection zone. Special effect and then the lock-on effect they talk about. When full, the survivor is revealed by killer instinct while inside a drone's detection zone, and suffers from the exposed status effect until the meter discharges or they are put into the dying state. So let's take a look. Let's go ahead and ready up here. Let's get ready for a match and let's dive into... All right, so let's go ahead and ready up for a match and let's look at the perks here. We have Thwack. What a comic book name. After hooking a survivor, the next breakable wall or pallet that you break will make survivors within 32 meters scream and will reveal their auras for 4 seconds. This is interesting. This could be interesting on, like, I think I could get a lot of value with Night on this. I wonder if Carnifex would do anything here. A Huntress, obviously, breaking a pallet and then getting a sweet hatchet hit. This is interesting. It's not too strong, but it is aura reading that you get a little bit more control over, so this is interesting. You have Leverage. Each time you hook a survivor, you gain 1 token up to 10 tokens. When you hook a survivor, this perk activates, and for each token, reduces the speed at which survivors heal by 5% for 30 seconds. This could be interesting on, like, Sadako's Wraiths. If you could get multiple people injured, especially, like, save the best for last, you're hitting multiple people, maybe you use a little Sloppy Butcher, and then finally you down somebody. This is going to be insane on Legion. You finally get that hook, and as you get more hooks, you could potentially slow the entire team's healing up to 50%. So this is interesting. I'm interested in that. And then there's Game Afoot. While you're chasing the obsession, this perk activates. Damaging generators and breaking walls or pallets gives you a 5% haste for 10 seconds. Whenever you hit the survivor at the total most time in chase with a basic attack, they become the obsession. I wonder, I mean, this is like a skill-based perk. You're gonna have to, like, pay attention to this as a killer to understand kind of what's happening. So this is really, really interesting. I'm definitely interested in this. You know, being able to break a wall, get the aura reading from Thwack, and then use your 5% haste to kind of catch up, especially if you're playing the Knight, right? Or something like that, Blight, something like that. That is interesting, and then you'll be able to swap obsessions around. So this will be interesting to see how kind of that plays out a little bit. Sheltered Woods, and they've added a main building to it. So there's something kind of cool here, that doesn't seem super strong. It's got this that goes down. So there's a vault here, but you can also go down this way. Interesting. So let me put a drone. So you could put a drone up. Move pretty fast while you're putting a drone up. So it's gonna boot up. Let's put a drone here. We have this tent thing. Some, like, kind of noise coming out of those. Alright, I think... Ooh, scratches out this way. Let's see. Let's put a drone up here just in case for later. Aha. Okay, so the drone detects the survivor if the survivor's within the sort of area of effect, if you will. And if I'm within this, I'm undetectable, right? Let's see. Yeah, okay, I become undetectable, but it takes a few seconds. It's not, like, immediate. which I don't know if that's good or bad. So if I'm within the force field, if you will. Oh, Nia over there on the left, you can kind of see Nia's been detected by a drone, maybe the main building. Nice, okay. So now you can see her character icon has changed, which means she's exposed. Which is interesting. I don't know why anybody would stay in this area of effect and allow themselves to be exposed, like just as a general survivor thing. I don't really understand why they would do that. But I guess we will find out. Did I bring a Mori on this one? I did. Let's go. Okay. So Detective Tap is also here. He's working on the gen. Honestly, so you could use these to defend gens and force survivors to interact with them. It's kind of what it's looking like. You can't place them near a hook, though, which is interesting. So the ability to place one just goes away within, I don't know, it's pretty large, probably within the entire radius of the ability. Okay, so Nia's back in there. So it glows, I think it glows oh, where did he go? I think it glows orange. That one has nobody on it. We'll go and throw a drone up here. Then we'll just have to M1 this guy. Can you mind game? Okay, Nia's exposed again. Then there goes our perk Game Afoot, which actually makes it so that the person with the most amount of chase time becomes the obsession when they're hit. So somebody was on this gen. Go ahead and place a drone out here. Yeah, I don't think that could pick him up. All right, let's take a look. Oh, they took out my... Oh, but we have two people over here. So they have the claw traps on them is what they've been... So the one person outside the force field had a claw trap. This person is just within the force field. Oh, she's exposed. For at least a... There we go, a short duration. So a lot of people are going to say that's really, really strong. Survivors can interact with the drones to turn off the to turn them off. And if you fail to turn them off, I guess it's skill checks. If you fail the skill check, apparently, oh, the drone kind of exploded itself. I don't know. But yeah, if you turn the drones off, or if you fail to turn the drones off, you actually kind of end up getting stuck with I guess what they're calling a claw trap. Deploy the drone kind of out here over that gen. So it's sort of a gen defense killer. This killer with the eruption call of Brine meta would be brutal. Ooh, okay, hold on. So it'll tell me, so it tells me that it's that one. There's also two people back here that are being picked up, and they're both exposed. Oh my god, y'all can't mess around with this. So the drones force survivors really to at least slow down and interact with them, which is it's not awful. Oh, another detection. So we've run him into a second detection zone, which is kind of cool. Then we have a third one. That's kind of interesting, stringing them together potentially. I don't think like the effect necessarily builds between them. Yeah, he'll be fine by the time I finally catch him, but... Yo, he just comp cornered. Yo, this bot is comp cornering? Okay, that's pretty... Alright, so it's kind of interesting. I don't think I want to activate anything right now. I think I'll activate, yeah, that one. He runs back into it for a short duration. I broke the pallet, so my perk gives me a little bit of a speed boost, which is actually kind of lit. And then him having... Oh my gosh, it does build. So because he was looping and he kept re-entering the lock-on area, he's now exposed. That's not so bad if you can not really shut down a loop, if you will, but you can force survivors to get one shot if you can drop a drone as you loop them. It's kind of... Bloodlust is going to be the big thing there. Like, everyone's just going to bloodlust you to death there, but we'll trade there. They've done some good work on the gens. This bot's actually, this tap, he's got it, man. He's got the juice. All right, so there's some people hanging out over here. Let's check this one out. Let's go upstairs and put the drone up there, just so it's not like right next to. Stand up here. Come out here. Does anyone have? No, nobody has anything on the radar. Nice. Is she Moriable? She is. Let's take her to a nice spot. All right, let's do this here. Cool, cool, cool. So here is the Mori. Let's see it. It's just kind of a worse Freddy Krueger Mori. It's kind of not that great, in my opinion. See if I can push anybody back into it. Tap is back in it. Nia's in it. I broke the pallet, which made everybody scream. Oh my gosh, we see all the auras. 32 meters. It's mighty chunky when you think about it. Fortunately, Nia won't go down or anything, but... Oh, okay, so we can see around Fong's, we can track Fong. We can track all of them, actually. They've all kind of clustered. So we'll put that away. We'll kind of catch back up here. Fong has a claw trap on from trying to mess with the... Ooh. Somebody hiding? Somebody was very close to me. They are not anymore. But getting used to the distances, I think, will be very interesting. Okay, so that's active. Oh, I thought I'd get the hit right on time. I didn't. Alright, so she kind of just goes down normally. We'll get the Mori here, too. I mean, it's very cool. The animation's cool. Like, the animation is well done. It's just not, like, very unique. I don't know. It's just, like, Huntress using her hatchet to, like, chop you like a piece of firewood. It's kind of just like, oh, okay. Wow. So what I think a lot of survivors will start doing is just eating the exposed status effect if they're not worried about it. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes to disarm one, really. Yeah, it's kind of a whatever Mori. It's pretty forgettable. There's nothing terribly unique. You know, it's not like Deathslinger or Oni's where there's just like an added layer of like, oh my god, to it. Doesn't really have that. There's the basement area. The main compound here. Let's see where Patches spawned, maybe. The built-in undetectable makes me a little bit nervous for basement camping and things like that, but... Oh my... Nia, what are you doing? Did Nia just sit on the gen? And she... The flex! This end screen looks a little goofy as well. It's a little bit interesting. So the drones are interesting. I'm not entirely sure I'm sold on the effectiveness of this killer, but it looks like they're meant to monitor, to sneak up a bit, to pounce on their prey, if you will. So, interesting killer. We'll see how it kind of plans out in the long run. Thank you guys for being here, though. Of course, come check us out on Twitch, where we are going to be playing this killer live against the community and seeing what's going on. So, I'll chat with you guys over there, and I'll be praying to the entity to see you in the next video.